To episode 441 of the Maritime Paintball Podcast, coming to you live on 97.9 FM CHSR in lovely Fredericton and live on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. My name is Brad O'Dell. With me, as always, is
your slightly unimpressed king of paintball watching Nightmare stream because I haven't had a chance to get into the chat and start chirping him yet, but he's making funny faces. He's got people watching him. Good for him. So hi everybody. Instead, we're on the radio. And
we are on the radio.
And we're going to talk about sexy things like new threads.
The
GOM has come through and sent me some sexy clothes and a bag of goodies. We'll get into that in a second.
Yes. Because I have a small, tiny, itty bitty update that is mildly significant. Last week we had no phones and we couldn't figure out why.
Did you figure out why?
By pure chance, I actually ran into the tech guy who handles all the IT for the radio station.
And
basically it was a firewall issue and he said he'll have it fixed by tomorrow and then we won't have any problems going forward. So
yay.
Cool, right?
That's awesome. That's really good news.
Ryan Russell's in the chat. We see what is happening.
Hey,
what do you guys think of the we're trying a different camera thing. It's a little more zoomed in. You're trying to poke me.
I got a wall.
Where am I over? I'm over here.
So it was a cool weekend. We had a good week.
It was.
Brad got to come and
we
meet
can talk
Norm.
about that, can't we? We can go into details about that. Hold on. Before we go any further, hold on.
This podcast and radio show is brought to you by Moncton Paintball, my home, my love, my field. Can't wait to be going back to my field to play. We went and visited this weekend. I was playing video games. I'm playing a game that I don't know if we can talk about, but
nope, can't talk about it on the radio.
It was a lot of fun. It's really neat. It's an indie game. It's the number 4 played game on Steam right now. Go look at it. It is like awesome game. But I have a box of goodies and I've got things going on around me, so I can't be gaming yet, but I will be soon. But it is brought to you by Moncton Paintball, who's going to have their schedule up very soon. Street Ball's been announced. Their big August game has been announced. They're going to be a big fancy tournament again. The long weekend in August. I won't be there because I have to go back to the homeland, so I'll be gone, but I will be there for Street Ball the weekend after D-Day. So not only am I going to have my ass kicked and be all burnt out and tired, I'm going to make my way to Moncton Paintball with Norm, and the Prince of Paintball will be with me tearing around the field and being awesome. So I'm looking forward. I love when he comes with me. He's so much fun at the field. Speaking of D-Day, brought to you by Commando Paintball, the D-Day Tipman Challenge, where he hosts, I hang about. We'll be traveling down with a caravan of adventurous people to come hang out with the GOM and all of those beautiful lads. I can't wait to see them. I miss them. Again, it's my favorite party of the year. That's where all the cool people go. What else? We got our friends Intensity. I know I'm not wearing an Intensity jersey. It's around here. It's over there. I like the carbon jersey's nice. It feels funny, but the Intensity jersey comes with the sexy service that is Sean. And that should be enough for anybody.
just Sean. It comes with Sean. Sean is a service.
It comes kind of like my friend Big Black Sam. We have. I can't find a nice one. We have Sean. We have
Sean.
Yeah. We got
Sean's
Sam
a great
Sean.
guy. Sean's a super nice dude. The fact that he and I are able to come together and somewhat disagree on a topic, yet then he ends the conversation with, I'm glad you guys are having this conversation. This is how we move progress forward.
Yeah, that was fun.
It's kind of like I do not. What is it? What is it, Family Guy? It was well, my good sir, while I may disagree with what you have said, I will fight to the death your right to say it. You know, like
Justin Dory. Hi, buddy. Were your ears burning this weekend because we were talking about you?
We were talking about how much you shoot us.
My only solution to Justin Dory is when I walk on the field, and I did this with the Neon Knights LV2 or his LV, is I watched Dory go to the corner and I just went brrr, and just as soon as I saw him, just shoot at Dory. Because if you don't get him,
as soon as you see that flash of pink, you got to start it. Because if you don't get him off the break, he'll get you from the back.
It might take a little while because he'll keep you down. Like he'll keep it right down the lane and he'll haunt you for the whole game. So you either got to get him in the first few seconds or he's going to just be a pain in the ass.
100%.
Speaking of guns that are awesome, Nova Paintball. We got to fire our fancy markers. I saw your eyes light up. I don't know where you thought I was going with that, but
I'm waiting to see if you remember the last one.
Oh, well, we've got Cat's Customs, and of course, be a mensch and buy some quench.
Absolutely.
Was that the one? Who's that? Who you were thinking of?
I was wondering if you were going to remember quench because we've got that sweet code of Maritime Paintball Podcast. If you use it on quenchhydration.ca or .com, save yourself 15%. How cool is that?
That is pretty cool. You're gonna have to bring me some of that because we'll mix that in something.
What if we mix that with
I get you, Dory.
G Fuel? It's hydrating and caffeinating.
Oh, Dory got a new CS3. Wait till you see my GO4.
Wait till you see my Axe 2.0. Right?
Or the E-Tech 3, or yet the Mini.
Ooh, it may one day rise from the ashes.
I want to see the Mini. If we can't, we got to hang it in the trailer.
Ooh,
we'll mount it somewhere in Norm.
You know what I need to do is I need to find a Mini. I need to find a donor, get the parts out of it, put it in the orange Mini, and then make sure it's functioning. And then put it in a box that just says, in case of emergency, break glass. And it's just, if all hell has broke loose and everything has failed, get the Mini.
Will still get the Mini. Yeah. Partially define the CS. Okay, that I get you.
That's fair. That's fair.
Actually, I had a chat with TJ today about the Novas, and the Hellion is beautiful. The Lord Nelson, the Dreadnought, is a monster, but I still love my Odin the best. It's the cocker. It's the cocker for people who don't know how to deal with a cocker.
Absolutely.
It shoots 100%. Straight. It shoots consistent, and we had a good point with Josh that I don't need it to shoot farther than 50 feet or 80 feet.
Right. We were pinging paintballs off of the telephone posts, not telephone posts, the net posts. They are telephone posts, but they're net posts.
Telephone posts.
From way further than we needed to be shooting. And we were hitting targets, right? So, Justin Dory says minis are fine, but I don't like working on them. Absolutely. There's a lot of stuff packed into a little mini. But yeah.
Dangerous Power G5R. I did hear a rumor that some sexy company would be bringing Nova paintball products to Canada.
I heard the same thing. I'm curious of when that will become public knowledge.
I'm pretty sure it just became public knowledge. You heard it here first.
So we'll find out. But before we go any further, tonight's show, we actually do have a topic that I pulled out of thin air on the drive to the studio. Because originally I wasn't supposed to be on the air because it was supposed to be freezing rain and not great. And then it was like, oh, the weather has actually turned. The roads are fine. Let's go. But it's thawing. The snow is receding. The grass is growing again, which means in our neck of the woods, paintball season is back.
Mm-hmm.
So
it
got me thinking. I got to start teching gear. I got to de-winterize the gear, right? And I'm thinking, like, what's everyone's like pre-game ritual? Either the night before or before the game or the day before, whatever. What's your ritual? Because I've got one. I didn't realize I have one, but I do have one. So I'm curious about that. You'll have to put it in the comments, though, folks. The phone lines are still down. We'll have them back for next week. But for now, let's throw them in the comments. Let us know while we're chit-chatting. because Tom's very excited to talk about the fantastic news that we have, and I'm very excited as well. So we'll give you some time to put those in the comments. In the meantime, Tom, why don't you tell the people why you're so excited?
Well, they all know about Norm, the legend of Norm, who is
but do
finally
they
know that he's on the road,
They
he's been field tested, he's been road tested. We brought him to Moncton Paintball. We brought him to his soon-to-be vacation home. We rolled kind of thunk. We got him in there. It was a little bit bumpy.
Yep.
Kirkland Robaxaset. No, I don't drink. Fun fact. I don't drink. But I do indulge.
What is that little thing?
Chocolate milk.
Hold on, let me just grab my 500 mils of chocolate milk.
Yeah, well, I didn't have my cup of coffee. I already had my coffee. I do like Kirkland Robaxaset.
I don't think I've ever used Robaxaset. Is it good? I'm in my mid-30s now. Should I start taking Robaxaset?
Have you thrown your back out yet?
I mean, I permanently, yeah.
You should probably get some Robaxaset.
I threw it out permanently in high school.
I probably should have it. No, we got Norm field tested. We got the sway arm attached. We got the front window attached. So the front window cover.
The ball, the
trailer hitch is reattached.
The trailer hitch proper.
That was
almost fully prepared.
Real...
I had soaked that thing down with rust, rust eater, and I was ready to wail on that with a hammer. And you're just like, wait, I found one. I was low-key disappointed.
It was just serendipity that I had toddled into my shop and I found one, and I just looked at the ball and I'm like,
right. Let me paint
fit
for the people at home of the situation, and why I was mildly disappointed was that we had this trailer hitch ball that we needed, and it was rusted in place. So flip it upside down. It's in the vise. It is soaking with rust eater with penetrating oil, and there's a pipe wrench adjusted, put onto it so that the teeth are there. I have the hammer in one hand and a propane torch in the other, and then he finds one that fits.
wait. Let me just try something. Thunk, and it fit, and then the clamp just went right over the ball, and I looked at it and went, fair enough.
Yep.
Swung it around, hooked it on. He towed real well. The brakes weren't a problem. Fun fact, if your trailer's less than 3,000 pounds, you do not need brakes. My trailer is just shy of 2,000 pounds. We're okay. My little V6 can handle the weight. It is like driving a brick.
Yes.
It's like towing a brick. Yep. So we have figured out that 98 kilometers an hour. I think if we tighten up that sway bar a little more, we'll be able to eke out that extra 2, and then we're just gonna cruise. It's gonna be a nice, easy drive.
We're gonna get a bumper sticker. I'm gonna put it on the back of it. It's just gonna say, "To hell with you. Go around."
Hang on. I have.
Oh, we do have to announce that we did get some very fun goodies from the Grumpy Old Man.
Okay, so we got that to go right. That's going right on the back of the truck.
Love it.
Back of the trailer. We got another little paintball dude.
So, where did these come from? Did Commando Dave just order 1,000 of them? And he's just been giving them away for years? I'm going to ask him.
I got given a bunch. I gave a whack away last year. I've got one on my truck. Got one tattooed on my leg, for God's sakes. I love him so much.
That's true. I need one.
What else have we got in this bag of goodies? HK stickers. Oh, as everybody in paintball knows, you can never have enough squeegees.
True.
Yeah, you can never have enough soft green squeegees to
barrel maids. They're technically barrel maids.
Squeegees. Brad's jersey. He's very
my jersey, which hopefully fits. What size did I order? What size is it? I think I ordered 2.
Extra large.
Just extra?
Yeah, dude, this is extra. You're going to be swimming in it.
Yeah, your shoulders are way wider than mine.
This is really big. I'm almost frig, I should have ordered. Ha! Caught myself. Ha! You'll get me next time, boss lady. I'm like, man, I should have got myself a large, but I fluctuate in weight. I'll get fat again. I'll put the weight back on. So that was cool. You finally get yourself, because I don't know if you have one.
I have one. It doesn't fit.
Extra large. This one will fit.
Okay, that one will fit.
But you get that one because I get the commando green commando shirt.
Wait, no, is there two? Is there two?
One of each.
No, of the other. Okay, wait. So there's only one of each of those shirts?
Yeah.
Okay, then the skull one goes to Zach. I already have one. Eventually, hopefully, I'll fit back into it. That's like a goal shirt. That one just goes to Zach. Done.
Good. Yeah, good. Zach should have a Death to the Bitches shirt.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that came from the Grumpy Old Men. That was pretty
fantastic
awesome.
People. Took us in immediately.
Feed us. I mean, it's
God.
not expensive to feed us, but still, it's just the courtesy.
It's I kind of laugh at it too, because it was very much like we kind of just met them at the field. They fell in love with us. We fell in love with them. And the next thing we know, we're put into a group chat and it's like, okay, so you're going to start an East Coast chapter. And we're like, oh, we are? And they're like, yeah, you are.
I'm grumpy.
Okay.
I have
I'm grumpy.
a lawn that I don't want people to get. I don't have a lawn that I don't want people to get on. So
I wish I had a lawn.
I rent a lawn, but you know what?
Get off my lawn.
Get off me bloody lawn.
I'm gonna go buy some used turf and just like throw it down wherever I'm at. Just tell people to stay off it.
Oh yeah, like it's gonna be. We're gonna have a little bit of turf, the tarp, the tent, and just roll it out when we get to the trailer. There, we've got the battery charger, we've got the kettle, so I'll be able to have my coffee in the morning, which is again.
Yes. So I'm very excited for this trip. So why don't you explain to the folks what we've done in the past and what we're going to do now?
For the last, this is what, our fourth year? 2 with the Turtles.
Our fourth year, yes.
Yeah, my fourth year. First we've driven it 12, 14 hours at a crack. So leave in the middle of the night, ass crack of dawn, and just drive it in one shot. And then the last couple of years, the Turtles adventured with us, Jeppa and the Turtles, and Talcum, Mr. Dory. I agree. The preseason, Josh, this one, kids.
Gold bond.
If you know, you know.
You know.
And you're probably old too.
Yep.
So yeah, we would make this hellacious drive, and we drugged people with us. We've hauled U-Hauls with us, stayed in Airbnb, stayed in hotels, and after last year, I've had enough. The Grumpies gave me a good idea. I stole it and I co-opted it. So I bought this little
there's no
trailer.
way you bought it, man.
I bought this little Signet trailer. Simon and I, the Starman and I bought it.
There you go. That's a good way to put it.
He's putting his work in to enjoy it. Renovated it, and again, we maritime renovated it. So
fresh coat of the cheapest paint we could find.
First of all, that paint was not the cheapest paint. I may have gone to a nice paint store because it's the paint that I painted my kid's bedroom with.
Nice.
So,
okay.
Second use. The trailer was built in Woodstock and sold in Beersford, owned by a maritimer, sold by a maritimer to another maritimer, who's going to take another one and drive to Ottawa and look like a shabby trailer next to the Grumpy Old Men.
Absolutely. It's going to look,
because they're going to have like a top of the line, like whatever our friend Mr. Lightfoot rented us when we went to NME. That sucker was a nice trailer. Like,
yes,
my trailer, this ain't. That thing
your
had a generator,
is dry, and a place to sleep, and that's all it needs to be.
There's a bucket in the bathroom.
And there's a bucket in the bathroom. So what I'm
there's
most
a door
excited
for you didn't see it, but the door is there. We just haven't put it back on yet because we were still painting. But there is a door to that bathroom.
Oh, I just assumed
you don't need to worry.
Reduces the weight.
You know what? That door's not that heavy. The door's
Okay.
not that heavy.
So what I'm truly the most excited for is, like you said, in the past, we have left at what?
Zero
Like,
dark clock.
like
We have
2
left
o'clock in the
everywhere
morning. We've driven
midnight.
straight through. Boom,
Ugh.
straight through. And we arrived at the field haggard, fried, burnt out off, like just because you're so tired, you have to keep stopping, right? So you have to stop for 15 minutes to half hour every couple of hours because you start to doze a little bit, or coffee. You drink enough coffee, you got to stop for pee breaks. It's a lot. So this year, we're leaving at a reasonable time. What, 7 p.m. at the latest?
By the time we leave, I'll leave Thursday night instead of like early in the morning Friday. We'll leave, after supper Thursday. I'll get off work. I'll drive and pick you up.
Yeah.
We'll drive to Riviere du Loup. That'll put us there 11 o'clock ish, 10, 11 o'clock. And then we're just going to pull over, rack out, get up at dawn when the sun comes up.
Summer. We're going to set that sucker up in a Walmart parking lot because we can.
Now, I have to admit, I won't set up in a Walmart parking lot unless it is absolutely dire.
Okay, we'll set up in
a turnaround parking lot. I'm fine in those little turn-off things. I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
and that is only because
I forgot Quebec has those.
It's Quebec. That's why I want to stop in Quebec, because if I see those ones that like camp in Walmart for 2 or 3 weeks at a time, I used to drive by 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, and just lay on the horn.
Okay, makes sense.
I don't know why. It's not nice.
Yeah.
I'm aware. I'm sorry if you were one of the people that got that. But Puck Shit, yes, it's a nice spot. There's the Hotel Universal. Part of that parking lot won't notice you there. It's huge. But that's what I mean, right? Rack out, sleep, and then we get there by 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
Park
we
the
figured
trailer.
Worst case scenario, we're rolling in 2 o'clock Friday afternoon, but that's after we're rested. We sleep for 6-7 hours. And we wake up.
We both work
coffee.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have to work all day and then drive all night. I can work all day, drive in the evening, and have a little sleepy time. Right. We can have coffee in the morning.
Yep.
The fridge is stocked up. The coffee's there. We're gonna
have good breakfast, man. We're gonna have a good breakfast, like coffee. I mean that's pretty much all I eat for breakfast, but
that's all I really have for breakfast too, is a cup of coffee. Really a muffin, a Danish, if you really need to, but I don't. Something honest.
It might be nice, man, because
scoop of peanut butter so I can take my meds, like get the protein in you and you're good to go.
I'm thinking if we set up a little table, we got the kettle, we got the coffee, we got the French press, and then it's like, why not just take, why not? And we'll just maybe get like, I don't know, croissants or something. Like, and just, it's going to be nice. It's going to be summer morning.
C'est pas trop pire. We'll roll up to the Kaiser's.
Right, we're in Quebec.
We'll roll up to the Kaiser's doorstep and yell at him a little bit. We're early.
Throw 4 strikes at him. Speaking of the devil.
That's not that's his representative.
And sorry, right, wrong one.
Who just turned 50.
Wow.
He's not 50. The Nordic spa with his wife for his anniversary and 4 men. Do you guys ever get in those ruts where you want to play and you'll enjoy the day? Oh my God. I'm going to get a glass of water. This guy here just hit the mark.
Ooh, been there.
Oh,
been there
man,
many a
I'm
time.
telling you.
Okay.
Oh,
yes. To answer your question there, Rez. Yes.
Buddy.
For those listening on the radio or listening on the podcast, Rez has a great question. It says, do you guys ever get into those ruts where you want to play and you'll enjoy the day, but you just can't push yourself to go out. And then he says, I've been struggling with this for the last 5 months. Okay.
Hang on.
Well, I mean,
I don't really want to get up and get my gear.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Where I live, where he lives, the last 5 months have been winter. So we've been wanting to go and play and we can't. But so that happens. So those ruts happen. And the best thing to do, honestly, is, and this is what I've come to learn, is learn to rest but not to quit. If you're burning out, if you feel like you just don't want to go and you're just kind of losing the drive, don't worry about it. Just don't go. But like, don't beat yourself up over it, because that's going to cause a feedback loop of feeling bad. And then you're not going to want to do it again. You're going to feel bad and you don't want to do it again. So take the time and just don't go, but don't beat yourself up over it. And then, give yourself a couple weeks and then go. And maybe even just go to the field and don't bring any gear. Just go to hang out. Go to get out of the house.
That's a
right?
good start. Sometimes I did that a lot last year.
Right?
I was sick. I was beat up. I was tired. And it can also be a sign of dealing with depression.
Yes, it can also be a major sign of, Matthew, Sean, it can also be a sign of dealing with some depression. It could be a symptom of a bigger problem.
It could be
losing interest and losing interest in your passion.
It could be winter blues. It can be all those things. So if you're having one of those moments and you don't have someone that you can reach out to, your medical professional, your friends, your family, you can send us a message.
Yeah.
I've gone through, dude, I lived with that. I lived with that shit for years. So there's no shame in asking for help or just shooting a message, homie, message us. We both get it.
Message us. I'm on a pill for it.
Hi, same here, man. Welcome to the new generation.
We're
all pilled up.
I'm pilled up. I take
you can call me Pillbo Baggins, buddy.
Pillbo Baggins.
We're going on an adventure.
I take a tiny little pill that kicks the hell out of my stomach for 45 minutes, but it keeps me from kicking the hell out of myself.
That's because you don't eat properly. If you eat properly,
I do now. I'm getting better at it. I'm getting much better at eating properly now.
That's what I said. A scoop of peanut butter. You're in a rush, just grab it. Just keep that jar of peanut butter with a spoon in it that you don't share with the kids, because you can just raw dog it just like right out of the jar with the spoon. Sometimes, man.
Rez is saying he thinks it might be a mix of anxiety, and it very well could be. It could be. It absolutely could be. It could be anxiety over something else. It could be.
Come find us at the tent. We'll come find us at the trailer. We'll have a chat. I got the tent up. We'll get the coffee.
Whereabouts are you, Rez? Where, like, geographically? Let us know where you are, because if it's possible, if you can come and find us no, I want him to come find me. I'm not going looking.
Moncton Paintball, Fredericton, Commando, NME, Wasaga, SNL. We're all the places I plan to go hang out at some point this year.
We got to hit up Spikes.
Oh,
we've been saying we need to go to Spikes for AXP, 5 years.
Spikes, yes, I know. AXP in St. Paul, Spikes, Hillsborough.
Dude, you just realized by naming like all these off, like 5 or 6 of those are just in the Maritimes. So when people are like, paintball's dying, I'm like, yo, the Maritimes is actually kind of running out of space.
Excuse me. Yes, there is more space. There's some guys up in Campbellton that are talking. Bathurst, Campbellton, I'd heard rumors up that way.
There used to be an amazing field. I can't pronounce where it was.
Hypersports. How did I forget Hypersports? I don't get to Halifax often, but I do need to get back out there.
In it wasn't in New Brunswick. It was technically in Quebec. It was on the Listigouche Reserve, right across the bridge. So you go to Campbellton, go right across the bridge, and then you're. I can't pronounce the actual name of the area because it's I forget the language. But anyways, it was JBC Paintball was phenomenal. Love that field, so good. It was. They got a because of like a logging deal or something like that. The local band council gave them free lumber every year. So they were forever building the field outwards, like up, like they were building stuff all the time. It was fantastic. JBC was such a great field. Super nice, nice people. If there's another field opening in Northern Brunswick, that would be fantastic. I would love to do that. That'd be so much fun to make the trip up there. I got some friends in Campbellton. It's nothing to have, skip over to Bathurst. But
storm warning.
Storm warning. Whoa!
Did you just get hit like with some?
When you're like
home field.
When you're like, yeah, but it's storm warning is one of those fields that I never think about. I don't know why. But it's hearing storm warning is kind of like flipping through Instagram on the reels and being like, oh yeah, that was a kid's cartoon that I used to watch.
Well.
Yeah. Okay.
Well.
Oh yeah, Boreal Paintball. Okay. Yeah, there was some cool stuff.
Oh man, that's awesome. So that's cool. That's
so
neat.
Rez, what we're saying is, if you're anywhere near the Maritimes, there's loads of places you could go. Here we go, New Zealand. Sorry, bud.
We tried, homie. Listen, you can find us yesterday. We'll find you tomorrow, but you're always welcome at our back door, brother.
Well, if you're nearby, I'm on the geographically as far away from you as possible. All right,
yeah, man. Go and chill at the field, and small island things. PEI is not too far from us. They're a small island too. You guys just a touch bigger.
So here's a really cool word of advice that I heard one time long ago from Terry Crews, actually, the super jacked guy from everything he's in. He's just the super jacked guy in every movie and TV show.
Hey, Charles.
But Terry Crews, he was interviewed one time and they asked, how did you make the habit of going to the gym every day? And his answer was that even on the days that he didn't feel like working out, like he just didn't have the energy, maybe he wasn't feeling that well, whatever, he still went to the gym, but he would read a magazine for an hour and then he would go home, so that he still had the habit of going to the gym, right? But he didn't feel pressured to work out. So if you can just go to the field, but don't feel pressured to play, right? Like just go to the field, hang out, meet some friends, have a time, chit chat.
That's the biggest thing is I hear about people our age saying that they don't know how to make friends. I'll tell you the secret is find something you like doing that's not, and guys, he said it earlier, I've gamed all my life, but if you want to meet people,
you got to meet people.
You got to leave your house.
Right.
It sucks.
And don't be afraid. If you think it's lame, if you're like, man, I got this hobby that I like, it's super lame, nobody else is going to want to do it. If you're doing it, that means there's somebody else doing it too.
We have a super lame hobby.
I mean, D&D?
Hi. Shut up. I meant paintball, you jerk. I like my D&D.
No, but
I love
my
real. D&D.
You got D&D. I know a ton of dudes that play Warhammer.
I mean, I play Airsoft, and that's kind of like D&D.
I mean, yeah, that's.
I'm. Oh my god! I need one of those Thunderbee things.
Fireball.
No, I need Thunderbee so I can just scream Thunderbolt and just start whipping them. Oh my god! I'm going
Arcane lightning. Boom!
Yeah.
But there's a hobby. If you enjoy doing it, it means that somebody else probably does still play Heroes of Might and Magic.
Hey, I will hear no shit talk about the greatest games of the world.
Right?
Oh my God,
Derek does cosplay. That's cool. Board games. Like board games are cool, man. Board games are coming back. Do board games. Go to board game night. Go to a game place that does board games or something. Do pottery. Do whatever you want. I don't care. Just get out of your house and do something and meet people. And here's the thing: if you go somewhere because you want to like meet people, and there's a social event, people are going because they intend to meet people. Don't feel out of place. Don't feel like you can't. Like, this is a skill Tom and I both have that is hard to develop, but it can be developed. Some of us, it just comes naturally. Others, you need to practice it. Working in sales helps with this.
There's a great Halifax board game community.
Yes,
there's a
huge
really good board game community there.
Just walk up to people and say hi. I mean, say other stuff too besides hi. Don't just stand there and just be like hi, and then don't do anything.
Oh, what are you going to see, Wolf? He's playing Verdansk right now.
Verdansk.
But
yeah,
are you playing with Nightmare?
Just introduce yourself to a group of people and say, hi, I'm so and so.
I'm Rez. I'm saving myself for marriage.
No, but you can actually say the words. I'm looking like, I'm here. I'm hoping to meet some people. Like, can just tell people why you're there. I'm here. I'm hoping to meet some new people and make some new friends. And people will be like, yeah, it'd be great. Trust me. Don't be afraid. And if they blow you off, then they weren't worth your time anyways. The trash took itself out at that point.
With Keanu Reeves, they did him a favor.
Right, exactly. What's this? Derek saying the owner of my home field is making a board game, and we've been test playing it for the last couple of months. That's super cool. That's dope.
Oh, that's cool. Oh man, Ron, I can't wait to see you. Hopefully, if you're coming on Saturday, it's the Savage game, and then the following Sunday is AXP's Airsoft opener. A&B's doing their pew-pews, so that'll be fun. Those guys are a blast. They are a blast to hang out with. They're funny. They're like, I keep saying it, they're like MagFed players. Just treat them like MagFed players. They're good. Don't worry about them. They don't care. They have the subtle art of they just don't care. They love what they love, and to hell with you. Yep. And I love that attitude. And there's my advice, Rez. Don't give a shit. Who cares? If they blow you up, piss off. You'll find more people like you when you're not looking and you just don't care. It's so much easier. Being yourself,
go have fun.
And if they're wieners, then they're wieners. And then that's it. And it makes life easy. I'm teaching my son the easiest lesson that anybody can learn. And if anybody hears these words, it's so very simple. You want to live a good life? Don't be a dick. Be kind.
Sure.
Listen. Respect people's personal bubbles. They don't want to be up in their business. Don't be in their business, and do your best. Don't be a dick. If you do those things, you can live a nice, long, and happy life. It's not hard.
It's true. And but yeah. So Rez, if you got any other, feel free to message us.
Being nice and being kind are different things.
Wolf, scissors, wieners in every genre and hobby. Absolutely.
And we make fun of them here on the Maritime Paintball Podcast.
100%.
That is what brought
Most
me
of them
to
are playing
paintball.
Airsoft, but I mean, I'm kidding. I'm joking. I'm joking. They're going to movie premieres.
Be a beanbag. Don't be a
beanbag. That's fantastic. I'm going to use that as an insult. What was the other one I heard? It was like insults that aren't like don't sound mean, and it was just like look, man, you're being a sugar eater right now. I don't know why
I am a fan. My buddy, the Prime Minister of Smokeonda, has told me that it's hard consonants, like a buttermilk bitch. Get those hard consonants in there, like buttermilk. Like just
right.
It rolls off.
I'm gonna start calling people buttermilk biscuits. That's going to be on the field. I'm going to be like, boom, I'm going to hit him out and be like, you buttermilk biscuit.
Like, no, that is not a saying. That is not a saying. Don't be a beanbag. I've never heard that. I love it.
No, never heard that at all.
So on top of asking for like what your pregame ritual is, and we've completely like veered off that topic.
Yeah, we're gonna get back onto that. We got 19 minutes. We're gonna bang that out real quick.
That's the segue, because I'll tell you mine. It's really easy. The night before, I've got all my kit laid out. all my gear's laid out. I go through every bit of my kit. I make sure everything's ready. It's already tested because I've tested it before. I don't need to test it. You tested it once. You know it works. Don't screw with it. Put it in the case. Put it away. It'll be fine. Get your kit together. Lay it all out. Make sure you got everything. Put it away. That's it. Get up in the morning and go. I like to have everything checked and there, and then I try not to worry about it. Because if I overthink it, then I go back to that kit 18 times and I drive myself crazy.
So mine is I get all my soft goods ready to go, and I make a list. I have to make a list, and I go top to bottom. So I'll go mask, head wrap, jersey, whatever's going under the jersey, pants, belt if I, or if when I had pants that used the belt, or what I mean, like pants, what's going under the pants. And then what am I wearing boots wise? Am I wearing boots or am I wearing cleats? And then depending on whether I'm wearing boots or cleats, I change up my socks. If it's cleats, I wear a good sports sock. If it's boots, I throw in a good wool sock. Yeah, it just helps with the I find with the boots. I don't know. So once I got all that, then I'm thinking, okay. Then I go mask, and then I go depending on what I'm playing, pod pack or chest rig. So I don't have a chest rig anymore. But usually it's mask, pod pack, pods. Okay, cool. That's everything I need that way. All right, now we're on to the gear. I need the hopper. I need the marker. I need the tank. So those are my 3 pieces there. Cool. Put those aside. Now it's time to tack everything. So I tack the marker. Now, here's my kicker to tacking the marker. I absolutely cannot be left alone with my own thoughts. So I put on a really bad but guilty pleasure action flick from like the 2010s. Think the original Resident Evil movie. Or
I would have said Demolition Man.
No, see, Demolition Man's great.
That's a good movie. Yeah, I would have watched it.
Right? But like, yeah, I'll throw on like the original Resident Evil movie. What was it? What was some one of the 2 Hitman movies? They're both terrible movies.
The first Hitman with Timothy Olyphant is wonderfully fun. The second one is exactly what I expected. I enjoy the hell out of it. Damn, I'm
right. So, I put on an action movie that I can look down, tech my gear. When I hear the action, I can look up. I do not need to follow the story. I can watch whatever happens. When it's done, I go back to teching my marker.
Oh, Assassins with Stallone and Banderas.
Yeah. There you go.
That'd be one.
Right.
That'd be a good one.
So I put on that kind of stuff, and then I tech my gear. It's good to go. Packs everything up into the bag. The bag goes next to the door. Then I have to make sure that I've got like, I lay out my clothes for the next morning.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Because depending on what I'm doing, I might actually just wear my gear out the door and I'll pack the clothes, or I put on clothes and then I get changed at the field.
I love wolves. Try not to get laid before. I've read that.
I love how he's put the word try. Like he has to actively avoid it.
Oh, God, what was it though? There's a book I read, and one of the characters, the character wouldn't have sex before the job. After the job, it was a monster, sure. But it was before the job. It clouded his judgment. So I'm somehow excusing Wolf for being what Wolf is. Being
the Closed Bolt Gang is watching on Instagram.
Hey guys,
sorry, they popped up because I seen them in a bit of a chatter on Reddit.
But I do like the action movie watching before a show, before a game. I've watched Under Siege more than once before a MagFed game. Nice. That dude, guilty pleasure is Under Siege.
Oh, the movie SWAT, the one with Samuel L. Jackson.
Ooh, yes, good call.
Right, the first half of that movie is just
gold.
The last half is very just bleh. But
there's, oh my God, there was Romeo Must Die, Cradle to the Grave, but there's another one of those action
Romeo Must Die. Oh, but core memory unlocked.
Colin Farrell, The Recruit, early 2000s.
Ooh, The Recruit.
That was a great flick. Pacino. Anything Steven Seagal, On Deadly Ground.
Oh God.
Um,
Look, I want to watch a fat man do martial arts poorly. I'll just look in the mirror.
That'd be like post Glimmer Man. That's when DMX was still acting.
Oh man. Oh, Gone in 60 Seconds. Fantastic movie for tech and gear.
Oh, yeah. For a minute, my brain went to the original Gone, and I'm like,
No, not the original. No,
what? I don't know why my brain went there. Like, whose brain goes to that movie?
no. The one with Angelina Jolie, where they're.
I already said Demolition Man. I'll have you know. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we've
and
deemed
it's
that
Nicolas
one.
Cage. Who cares that Angelina Jolie's in that movie? Just shit about her. We're watching it for Nicolas Cage.
Poor Sean. Me too, Wolf. Definitely avoid before and after. It's not really voluntary, but now I have an excuse. I too.
I mean,
Operation Red Sea. Never seen it, but you know what's fantastic? Red. I love how this just turned into a movie podcast. Fred Schultz is in the chat. What's happening, my guy?
Heartbreak Ridge.
Ooh,
with Clint Eastwood. Yes. I for some reason it's one of those movies that I just missed all these years, and I've been laughing my ass off because I'm like, oh wow, Clint Eastwood's playing Lee Marvin.
Right?
You're playing Lee Marvin in The Dirty Dozen, and I am perfectly okay with it. You're playing Arlie Ermy 10 years later.
One other thing I do, sorry, it's not really part of the ritual about the pregame ritual, but I gas up the car the night before.
Take a moment.
Heat.
Pay respect. We pay respect to the man. All right, we can continue now that we've lost. Now that Val Kilmer's dead, we have to go watch Heat later because that movie is just.
Yep. But yeah, it's Fred. We're trying to discuss about pregame rituals, and it turned into a movie review episode.
Well, but it's pretty well what everybody watches before they go to paintball the next day. You got to get hype. Yeah. You gotta.
But I make sure the car's got gas.
Dude, I hate gassing up before a ball.
Right, I do it the day before.
Mm-hmm.
I pull up in the parking lot of my apartment. I'm gone.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you on that one.
Yep. And something that I started doing, I did last year 2 or 3 times, and I was blown away at the effect it had on my body. But pack a lunch. No, not that. Pack a lunch, like not like a full lunch, but pack food. I was always really bad for I'll go to the field and I'll just play, and then they're like, we got burgers on. I'm like, I don't want to pay money for burgers. I don't want to eat pizza or hot dogs or anything like that at the field because I'll just get sick. But I ended up packing there was a couple of days that I had I think it was grapes, banana. I think I packed a sandwich, and I was kind of blown away at how much better I played in the second half of the day because I didn't just not eat for 12 hours.
Did not eat and run off of caffeine, and it's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, so right, it's amazing what happens when you put food in the body, and the body uses that food for energy.
Who'd have thought? What a novel concept!
So that's something that will be happening every game this year. Now that I've learned not to be an idiot.
It's okay. I get you. I feel you. I feel you. I haven't quite learned that yet.
Paintball field hot dogs. I mean, don't get me wrong. The paintball field hot dog to me is kind of it's on the same level as, and this isn't an insult. I don't want anyone to think this is an insult, but they're kind of on the same level, especially at the end of the day, as after a night out and you see buddies selling the hot dogs from the cart and you shouldn't, but you do anyways.
Street meat.
Right. It's good. It shouldn't be, but it's good.
I bought myself a big bag of Bachelor Chow, and that stuff is amazing as a meal replacement. So Matthew, Sean, and the protein shakes. Gatorade instead of water, I would say not instead of water.
Gatorade
Drink,
and water.
drink, 2 to 1,
Sure.
because there's a point
Um,
where if you're sweating, and those of us who are medicated can attest to this, certain types of SSRIs will make you sweat more, and you sweat a shitload. And I'm telling you, there's a point where some fat brother in this field who's going to run across that field, and you taste the sweat running in your mouth, and you're like, and then it's going to click. Oh shit, my
mine
sweat's not,
actually,
it's not salty. And you need electrolytes, you need salt. So get your ass back and drink some Gatorade, but don't neglect water. Kidneys
my
don't like
meds
that.
actually strictly say to avoid the sun.
Pardon me?
I mean, I'm ginger, so I do it anyways. But
Yeah. Oh God, I'm pasty, man. I avoid the sun. I avoid it like the plague, man. I burn
Right.
so easily. So.
But yeah, I'm a big fan of. I'm not a fan of the Gatorade bottles, Gatorade, Powerade, that stuff. I find them sickly sweet. They're very sweet to me. I like the powder because then it'll say, oh, add 2 scoops to 500 mils of water. I'll add 1 scoop because I don't want that sickly sweet taste because I find it dries out my mouth and it's like, nah, 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 right? So then I can drink twice. I drink the water and the water's great. And then you get a little bit of the electrolytes and you kind of do that way. So that's how I run that. And I like that. So I'd recommend that to anybody. But what I'd recommend even more is Quench Hydration. Because you can use the code Maritime Paintball Podcast on the website, quenchhydration.ca.
Instead of buying Gatorade and giving money to them, you can buy Quench. It's a Canadian.
Sean gets it. Quench is perfect for that.
Be a mensch. Buy some Quench.
The blue raspberry is so far my favorite. We'll have samples. Every time I go to the field, I will have samples, by the way. And you joke, Derek, but yes, we actually are sponsored by Quench Hydration. So come find me. If you see me in the field, I will have samples. I will either have the little packets with me, or I will just have like a tub that we can share.
A bottle. You have like a little holster of bottles of water that you just mix the Quench on the spot for them.
Don't tempt me. I might fill a pod. Not with the actual powder and drink, but I'd have.
I will drink out of a pod. Find me a pod. I will drink from one. I will drink from a pod.
You should not drink from a pod. Plastic is not safe for consumption of liquids. I obviously consumed far worse things.
Thank you.
A little bit of toxicity from a plastic, but
we appreciate it, baby.
Yeah, but yeah, definitely. Come find me. We'll have. Yeah, Fred gets it. Blue raspberry is the best.
It's almost a universal thing. If it tastes like blue raspberry, it's gonna be good.
Yeah, if it tastes like an imaginary fruit.
I've drank some stuff that tastes like blue raspberry, and it's ended very badly. So
yeah. Oh, and the cool thing about the Quench stuff is you get the little sachets or the tub, whatever. You add it to your favorite liquid. Like it doesn't have to be water. Like you can we add it to milk? Don't add it to milk, you idiot.
Dude, blue milk.
I mean, I'm tempted. I'll try it.
I do. I mix my protein powder with milk because it's
100%.
a meal. It's a meal replacement for me. So
I've mixed it
with G Fuel. I've thrown that in milk and mixed it.
Oof.
It's
Brittany bought it by mistake.
Blender with chocolate.
She bought 0% fat milk. 0%. I like not even 1%, not even skim. It's 0. There is no milk fat in this milk. When you pour it in a glass, it has a tinge of gray to it because it's mostly water with whatever is. Anyways,
monsters. That's who, Joker.
Yeah, she bought it by mistake. I was like 0. She's like, "What do you mean 0?" I'm like, "This milk has no fat in it." She's like, "I don't know what happened." I'll mix that. I'll try that with the blue raspberry. No, I'm not. I'm going to try it with the other one because I don't want to waste my blue raspberry in case it's that good or it's not good. And Derek wants to know who mixes protein powder with water. Everybody.
Thanks, Fred.
What do you mix it with?
It's bright, man. It's hard to see. So the shades, that and I get all squinty, so it's easier this way.
Yeah.
Yeah, protein powder with water. That sounds just like
That's what I do.
ew.
Yeah, it's great. There's already whey in the protein, unless you use a vegan protein powder. But I use a whey-based protein powder when I do it, which I need more of. So
Oh yeah, it's once I found that big bag, and when I mean it's a bag. It looks like a bag of dog food.
wait, is
It's
it the
called
blue? Is it the black, gold, and red bag? Are you
yes,
gonna go get right?
yes,
Yeah. So it's like always
mutant.
on the bottom shelf because it's a heavy
Yeah,
bag.
it's called mutant or something. It's
Yeah,
it's it's a complete meal replacement. You one a day kind of thing because I I can't eat most days, man. I don't eat a lot. So when if I'm working, bang that in
it's
a 2%
medicinal
chocolate
food
milk.
at that point.
Some days, man, I just eat because I have to. It's not
Yeah,
like before where I would just like anxiously eat like now it's just like I
yeah.
eat
It's almost
more.
like you're medicated.
Almost.
Yeah. Speaking of which, tomorrow I schedule. I'm scheduling my test with Beyond,
Good for you, dude.
so I too might be able to figure out how to turn off my brain and relax and
Um
focus.
it I mean it depends what they put you on, I guess, but that's
We're
not
gonna
what we are
find out.
not the
We're gonna try them all.
I don't know, you
Try
just
'em.
stuttered there like I lost like the audio there for like half a second.
Oh, I said we're gonna try them all. Just start me on all of them, and we'll take them one off at a time. We'll see how things go.
Stuff's great, man. I don't hear the never ending.
The ringing,
It goes away. I
the
take the
hum.
meds and the ringing goes away. So that's nice. Finding out that the sound was in my head for 35 years is
Well,
great,
that's what
but
I'm curious
hey,
about because when you mentioned it, and you were like, "Yeah, the ringing goes away." I'm like, the ringing can go away because I have a ringing, and I always thought it was just tinnitus.
it's not tinnitus. Fun fact.
So
It's
now
not
I'm curious:
tinnitus.
is it like that? Because I mean, I did a lot of woodworking when I was younger with no ear protection, so it very well could actually be tinnitus. But we're gonna find out.
Not as much as you think.
So,
That's what I found out anyways.
yeah,
And
I'm
it's
excited.
wonderful.
I'm very excited. It sucks that it costs so much money.
Oh, I know.
I mean, it costs less than $1,000, but still, it sucks. Especially because my family doctor's like, "Yeah, I don't do that. You have to go somewhere else." I'm like, "Well, okay, fine." But yeah,
That's fine.
so we're pretty much near the end. We've got a couple of minutes left, maybe a minute and a half. Cliff's like, "Yeah, it can go away. It can go away." Um, well, maybe we'll make a contest if I get on this new program. We'll do a contest with the show of like if anyone can pinpoint the exact date that it that it started, we can go. But that's it, folks. On that bombshell, we're out of here. It's been a blast. It's been fun.
Always is.
So, folks, thanks for hanging out with us. Rez, reach out to us. Shoot the page a message. And then from there, myself and Tom will both reach out to you, or one of us will reach. Whoever gets there first will reach out to you. We'll make things happen. We want to help out. Trust us. We've been there. We can guide you out of it. So that's it, folks. We're out of here. Again, thank you so much for hanging out with us, for
Love you
liking,
guys.
sharing, and subscribing. Until next week, cheers.
Toodles.